was very annoying. That's definitely not it. Did this one? Live for 20 seconds. This the correct one? This is the correct one. Hello, we're back. I've got to do all the setup again. I've lost the music as well for the game. That's weird. I do not know what happened. It literally just the whole thing just died. It just went all glitched and black screen and quit out the game and everything just died. Why can't I save it? What? Oh, not made for kids. So make sure you can hear me. Yep, you can. Wonderful. Right, we're back. No idea what happened. No idea what happened. I'm also going to delete the previous version. Because PlayStation and streaming suck. Do options. Delete forever. I understand that deleting this forever will permanent thing. Right, goodbye. Right, game. Do not crash again. That was really annoying. Yes, so it is from my point of view for this championship. It is the last race. Ooh, I'm just gonna as well. I'm just gonna. That's better. I saw myself broadcasting my voice in the chat. I've got to make a group, so not everyone would hear me. I think that was probably what was happening before. Needs to. So yes, so from my point of view, with the championship, Aston Martin have third place. We are too far back, and Keir is not here, unfortunately. He is ill, so there is no chance of catching whoever's in second. But we're also like 60 points ahead of fourth, so we've got third in the championship for Aston Martin. Woohoo! We actually did well. I'm currently set 10th. I have Not Easy in front of me, 14 points ahead. He is not racing, so if I get on the podium, I will claim 9th. I have Peter behind me. He is here in the Red Bull. He is 15 points behind. There's only 10 drivers, so hopefully we get points. If he is on the podium and I don't score any points, then he'll jump me and I'll go to 11th. If he wins, I need to get at least 5th for it to be even, but I think he's won, so he'll win on count back. Oh no, Finbob's Williams need to score 14 points. Oh no, because yeah. Finn's teammate isn't here either, so there's an absence of his team. Oh no. There's also no McLarens on the grid. It's 2 Haas's, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Williams, a lone Ferrari, a lone AlphaTauri, and a lone Aston Martin. Yes. So, with the overall championship, as it said, Williams needs to score 14 points. So that's any one of them, on either of them on the podium, they will clinch the constructors. Finbob is currently in the lead of the championship, but is facing a race ban tonight. So Brad, Lloyd Ripple, needs to be second or higher to clinch the title. Everyone is watching the Portugal game. That is why there is nobody here, because everyone decided no. Ah, god damn it. Really? But come on, guys. This is the last CSGB race, and that's the... Yes, Ben! Yes, Ben! Ben's getting in the Mercedes! Yes, Ben! Do it, mate! Do it, mate. It's the last one. So for those... I guess most of you know, but this is the last CSGB race. As we know it with Ben, CSGB Rain Man there, he is he's the organizer of it. He's the one who runs it. He's done a wonderful, wonderful job. He's been in charge of it since, I think, pretty much since I've joined, and he's really diligent about it and really on it. And he's done a fabulous, fabulous job. But it's just getting too taxing for him, so he's closing it. He's ending it. So currently there is no season 9, as far as we know. So we readying up now. And we have Ben. Yes. This is like doing a genuine race, and then like Stefano Domenicali going, "Get out of the way! I'm getting in the car." This is great. Yeah. So there's only 11 drivers, which sucks. That does actually suck a little bit. Particularly as well as the rule is like no less than 13. F1 yesterday had like Michael Massey racing in Abu Dhabi 21. Haven't seen Ben race in ages. Yeah, indeed he has. Oh, thankfully as well, we have in the chat, we have Ruff the next day. Congratulations on the F1 Championship. That was one bloody hell of a race yesterday. I was commentating on that. I mean, the order of the championship, there were 3 drivers who could have taken it yesterday. Every lap, the outcome was different. Every lap, it kept changing. It was, it kept changing every lap. It was mental, the race yesterday. So, it's going to be really, really mad today. So, screwed by. There it is. So, yeah, one final race. It's been a few years. It's been a couple of years now. So, don't know why I'm checking whether. So, I got a setup from. I stole Kieran's one. Is this a good setup? Chat. 1411 wing, 50/50. Max camber, minimum toe. Those suspensions. Those brake pressures, and ooh, I feel like the use roughs. That's the problem. I can't go and get them now. Unless you give them me. Unless you give it me. Use the lowest tyre pressures and add a bit more wing.
Okay, track's quiet right now. Let's get out there while it's clear.
Cool, my phone fell on the floor. Bit more wing. What, like 17, 14? Minimal tyre pressures. Okay. This is the complete opposite from what Kia. Again, I haven't practiced this, and I'll go out and I have to do it. But yeah, if you're going to send it to me, 2020 wing.
I know the team back at the factory have put in a lot of hours getting the car ready for you this weekend, so let's repay
everything else good.
Really lowest
diff, max camber, minimum tow, diff 60. On both. Oh, off diff 56. Okay. He's telling us everyone in chat as well. Everyone can see what we're doing. Well, yeah, we can see it, but even if you sent it to me in a Discord message, it would be rear ride height up 1, and then all good. Save. Rough. Thank you. I'm gonna put out on some bit of fuel in it. Medium tyre. No, soft. I don't want to waste it, and I don't want to waste the medium. I could use the medium.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Now give it a go there. To be fair, I think Kia takes a lot of rough setups as well, so I can do that as well. But yeah, got the F1 Champions setup. if Ben let Brad through on the last lap, hopefully he won't. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. I don't know if maybe in the early days I raced against Ben, but not for a long time. Not for a long time if I ever did. There he goes again from time trial. That's what I do as well. And Kieran admitted he normally steals yours, Ruff, from time trial. Which again, and then he tries to adjust it. I need volume up now. 6969, okay. Cut that off. Not going to use it. I'm just going to do a few laps to get used to the setup, and then we can go for qualifying, which I'm not particularly fast at, but I'm also going to flip my phone around so I'm not distracted. Feels alright through there. What I'm hopeful for as well is a lot of people spun in the F1 race, but Ruff didn't. So that's something I'm hoping for is sort of part of the setup as well. Forgot what way the track went there for a moment. This isn't the fastest lap. It won't be mine. Like, only like a second something off of Ben. I'm not the fastest qualifier. That's been proven. But it'll be
You've fallen down the order. You're now in P7. P7.
Ah. But I'm not using ORS. Yeah, and I'm heavy with fuel. It's just to get used to how the car feels. Obviously, it'll then feel completely different on medium tyres. And I'm sorry with regards to chat as well, because obviously it's a very involved circuit. I'm trying to look when I can. I think that happened last time I raced here, Finn. I think I was like doing the race and Ardwolf started commenting and I looked at the chat and then made a mistake. Didn't shift down enough. Gonna get out of Dust's way. I'm then going to turn on ERS at the end of this lap. Wait until I get to the braking zone here. Wide line to start with. Nice dust. Sluggish. The end tyres are worn. I was expecting a brilliant lap. I just wanted a good push lap. I mean, the tyres are already 20% worn.
Okay, you're falling down the table. Currently in P9. P9.
Okay, not lost. That's my favourite corner. Love that sort of blind open left-hander, I love it. Not a huge fan of the track, but I love that corner. Okay, so back to the pits, nice and quick. And see if I can do a couple more runs on fresher, softer tyres with less fuel.
laps of fuel left.
That corner, love it. Don't like the track, but love that corner. Does he need P2 or lower, or does he need P2 or P1 to win? Or was it P2 with fastest lap? Okay, P2 to win. Okay, 17 points. Yeah, so P3 with fastest lap will be 1 point short. But I can guarantee, without getting you too worried, Finn, I know that Brad would have been sweating out this track for the past week. He definitely has. He's definitely been practicing like the entire week. You got to work out where you lost a singular point. That's the thing. It's a it's a 15 race championship. It's no, it's not.
So our best lap so far is a 1:32.
I got 2.9 in case.
Complete. Everyone be aware. We've got a car
Do it.
leaving the garage.
Yo, you made it! Cool! Wonderful, Magamer, one of my previous teammates! So, and yes, Magamer, if you haven't seen the driver roster, we have a special guest! We have Ben racing! Just to bolster the numbers, Ben is racing alongside us. Alongside us commoners, which is great. So, low fuel. So yeah, so again, summary for People's overall championship. Brad needs second or better to win the championship from Finn Bob, who is currently serving a race ban, which makes this very, very spicy. Williams also need to outscore, is it Alfa Romeo? Needs to outscore them by like 14 points or something like that, so they need a podium. Which is what Brad needs. So if Brad does it, then Brad will take both championships. For myself, I have Aston Martin have confirmed third in the constructors. Woohoo! And we need to. I need to make sure Peter, who is in this race, does not outscore me by more than 15 points, which means podium and me not there. If I get on the podium, I will jump up to 9th in the championship. I'm currently 10th, 14 points behind Not Easy, and 15 points ahead of Peter. Which is a daunting prospect for me, because Peter's a former champ, so that sort of scares me. Right, so fresh tyres, low fuel. I've got enough fuel in case I make a mistake, and enough time in case I make a mistake. I left it off, so it's fine. In half a second, that's alright. A little late on brakes there. Oh, got my foot down nice and early too, which is good. DRS. On 0.7. If I out qualify Ben, seconds too slow, but I got a better run. Come on, second improvement. Up to P8. I'm ahead of Ben. And Ben retired from the session. He couldn't take it. Ben couldn't take it. I'm a crap qualifier and Ben left. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that.
30 seconds left in the session.
Oh, we did a Verstappen last corner. Oh no. He saw that I got past him. But that doesn't mean I've got to look at my mirrors for Ben, which is going to be quite fun. So I'll make my way back to the pits. So I got no time for another run. Didn't have any more ERS. I went out there early to make sure, in case I did mess up, that I could have a run. And glide in. So nervous and not even driving. That's it, I'm retiring from F1. Pumps unqualified, Ben! Who's piloting Kia's car? No one is in Kia's car. Kia is unfortunately... Kia is currently unwell, so he's absolutely gutted that he can't be here. Because he's been here since like season 2. What? I don't know why it lets me in here. There we go. Retired me now. So it's just Zone D, the F1 driver, and he bottles it. No, bails. So Susie, Brad, Zoned, Peter, Worm, Dust, Tim, me, Ben, Pro, Magamer, Bowers. Zondy's going to be... So, Zondy is going to be on it. F1 driver, obviously. Finn does race against him, so we know he's quick. So that's potentially someone who could take it away. Could take the win away from Brad. Anyway, as long as Zondy doesn't put it in the wall. Because it is Zondy. Probably going to be helping Brad. Probably. Yeah, we'll have to see. Again, I don't know who plays favourites and such. At the moment, I don't know where I am. Yeah, well, I guess Finn's in chat, so I'll be rooting for him. But also, I'm very closely as well. I am also rooting for. If either one of you win it, I'm going to be very happy. Well, either of you will win it because Kid's not going to claim, not going to come through it. Yeah, because before CSGB, I was teammates with Brad in a different league. So I've known Brad. I've known Brad longer than CSGB. So yeah, I'll be happy for either of you. But Finn is in chat, so I should side with him. I love you both equally. Right, so the race. Basic rule of thumb, as Ruff did yesterday. Do not put it in the wall because he came from. Because Ruff's car during qualifying decided to be like an excited puppy and hump the tarmac. Yeah, my first season as well was season 4. Let's do an alternate. Let's do that. Let's have that one. I'm going to say 27 laps. There we go. I just thought, wouldn't it be funny if Ben readied up early? wouldn't that be really funny if he was the one who readied up early? You should totally do that. Free got you 26 laps of fuel. I'm going 26 and a half, just because if it goes down too much, fuel saving costs you more than what you save from having low fuel. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, season 4 was only 1.5 years ago. I feel like I was doing better, and then last season and potentially this season just got worse. I think that's mainly because in in 2020, obviously we were doing a lot of this, and I'm doing a lot of work now. So like the only practice I've done was like 20 minutes before this race. That's all the practice I do, and that's quite typical. Yeah, but I realised it was a long time ago, two games ago. My first team was Renault, not Alpine, Renault. So, in the team that would have been Force India at the time, it would have been Racing Point. Yeah, it was Racing Point at that point. It wasn't Force India. Ben's forgotten how to do a start. Yeah, so it was Renault. So in the team that was Racing Point when I started, in the bright pink cars, we in the Aston Martin. I'm going to be slow as hell at the start because I got the hard tyres. Everyone else, apart from Eat My Dust, is there. So yeah, so not much I can do to influence the race for the championship, but definitely my personal target is to make sure that Peter doesn't outscore me by 15 points. So that's, if Peter wins, I need to get at least 10 points. Well, higher, so I think I need to be like P4. Yeah, because then it'll be even. If he wins, then he'll have a win, and I don't have a win. I have one podium, which is Belgium. I got a podium. But it was sort of sad, that podium was... It was 4th on the road, and then after post-race penalties was a podium. And I was just like, ah. I was at work, and Kia messaged me, and she went, mate, you got a podium. I was like, ooh. Ooh, cool. Speaking about Worm, oh, that's the wrong way, Dust. Good enough. That's the first time I've actually parked it.
Okay, so that's the rest.
Oh, that was very short. And away we go with 3 wide going into 1. Shit, sorry. That was entirely my fault. Yeah, that was entirely my fault. Disqualified! What? Fuck you, game! I was turning around! I was turning around! was in nobody's way and turning around. Bloody game. Oh, bloody game. Right, well. Back to what I did yesterday. Let's do some commentary, shall we? Let me get up all the commentary information that I normally get for you all. Bloody game. Bloody stupid game. Yeah. Right, so yes, so back into commentary. So, I need the controller, because I do it on the controller. So, we got Brad looking at the back, we got Zoned looking at the back of Brad. Brad is currently where he needs to be for the championship. Have a look back and see what else is happening further back. It's all pretty spread out. Amazingly, no one needs to go into the pit, apart from Pro. I did take his wing off. So, back to the front. This is where the battle is happening. And it is Zoned looking desperately for that. We have a spinner of Bowers towards the back. So we'll follow the championship. I'm going to post in the. I'm going to post in here in the F2 chat that I got disqualified. So I'm going to do commentary. DNQ for no effing reason. Will now commentate. There we go. So, welcome to the first official season 8 commentary of CSGB F2, because we don't have the F2 commentaries. We have a move further back. It is Ben and Tim going alongside. Ben has managed to get past the Red Bull of Tim. So with me out as well and out in 12th, that means I cannot score any points. So to make sure I can hold on to 10th in the championship, I need to hope that Peter here does not get on the podium. That is my hope, and the hope for Finbob is that Brad here, currently in 2nd place, does not finish in 2nd place. If Brad wins... Brad is 2nd or 3rd. McGamer is out. McGamer is out somewhere on track. 3-second warning for Bowers. Oh, they didn't fix McGamer's wing. That is why he is out. Yeah. Best to keep going. Like, I had no choice. The game just went, no, fuck you. So back to commentary. So this way. Oh, it's really close between the top 3. Here we've got the AlphaTauri, we've got the Williams, and we've got the Ferrari. Zoney coming in as a reserve driver from the F1 League. And we've got a change for the lead. I looked at chat and missed it. We've got a change for the lead. This is Finbob's worst nightmare. Brad is now in the lead of the Formula 2 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But Susie is not going to take that line down. He's got the DRS. He's having a look. He doesn't quite get it. He's got a Ferrari right on the back. Brad goes slightly wide, takes the inside line, trying to defend. We've got the Ferrari on the inside, trying to get past the AlphaTauri. These 3 separated by absolutely nothing. Trying to keep an eye on chat as well. So let's see what happens. 3-second penalty for Peter. That does me a lot of good. I need to make sure he doesn't finish on the podium. So, come around. Zoni going down the inside of the hairpin on Susie. They're going to be side by side coming to this next section. The two of them actually touch, almost touching. Almost getting interlocked, but the Ferrari manages to get past. Now he's got his sights set on that Williams. The Williams doing everything it needs to be able to take the championship. Further back as well, I think we've got a bit of a... No, not really. A bit of a close race. This is still definitely the closest battle we've got. The Ferrari of Zondi is right on the back of Brad. They got DRS. The Ferrari's moving out alongside. They're going to come... The thing is, though, they're going to come up and they're going to take the DRS line. So Zondi is now not going to get the DRS. Brad is. We'll go back to the Williams. And we'll see if he can get past the Ferrari. He moves out into the slipstream and easily passes the Ferrari yet again to retake the lead of the race. What really needed to happen was really needed the AlphaTauri to be able to get through there. Brad's guaranteed P2. Well, we'll have to see. It's still a three-way battle for the lead of this. We also have Peter right on the back of Ben as well. So that is yet another close battle as Eat My Dust takes the fastest lap. The gap at the front is spreading out ever so slightly. They're still within DRS range. As we come up to the first of the double DRS zones. Gap is wider than it's been. Brad's going to bring that gap down. Don't know if that is fastest middle sector. We will have to see. No one is quite close enough to make a move. We'll have a look back at Peter and Ben as well. This looks to be the place where a move is going to happen. We'll keep an eye on the top three as well. They look like they're probably a bit too far away. They're all having a little look, but they're all a bit too far away to be able to make a move. We'll keep an eye on how the organiser of CSGB, Ben, is holding off Peter as well. Looks like he's managing to hold it. So get people suspecting that people are lifting down the straight. So we'll follow Susie and we'll see if he definitely is. You can see his telemetry at the bottom there, so you can see his throttle and brake input. The gap is about the same as it was last lap between the three of them. The gap between Ben and Peter is very, very close as well. In fact, these guys are a little bit too far ahead. I'm going to stick with this one. We're going to see the battle between Ben and Peter. Again, Peter's in a position where he can't take it. That is Eat My Dust. Going sideways there as well. So he's had a bit of a spin, manages to not go the wrong way. Ben trying hard to defend. We go back to the top three, see if there's going to be a move. In fact, there is. Brad is passed. Was he always in the lead? And there is an overtake there from Peter and Ben. So Peter finally getting past the Mercedes. Ben wanted to push that Red Bull around the track. Boyron gets a 3-second penalty, and Eat My Dust is out of the race. Yellow flags waving around here. There he is. He's put it straight into the wall. Safety car is out, so this is going to change up the order of the race. We're going to see who is going to pit where. I imagine the two Haas's are going to stay towards the back. Going to stay out and towards the back. So we're going to see who comes into the pit lane. They've got a long way to go still to get around. So we'll see how it all goes. But reminder, summary of the championship. Brad needs a top 2 finish to take it from Finbob. And personally for myself, because the game is stupid, I will not be scoring any points. And I need Peter to not be P3 or higher. I don't want... If Peter scores a podium... If Peter scores a podium, then I will lose P10 in the championship. Not as dramatic as what's happening up here, but that is the case. So, coming up to pits. Who is going into the pits? Indeed, the top 3 all do. I imagine most of the medium tyre runners will pit. The Rebel pits. The Rebels double stack, so Tim is going to be a bit further back, and Worm is pitting as well. Let's see how the pit stops go. Are there any delays? Zondy gets out. Looks like Brad may have taken a front wing change. Indeed, he did. Brad is now P2. Zondy got ahead of Brad in the pit stops there. So Brad down into P2, losing out in the pit stops. So that's the only real change there. Hard tyres will get to the end here. But it will be a big stretch, and they will be very, very worn come the end of it. Bowers as well has also pit onto the medium tyre. Takes an interesting line and is punished by hitting the wall. So we'll see if this has come in as well. Zondy will let Brad through. Right. We will keep an eye on that, and we'll see if they are playing. It is in the championship rules. It is in the CSGB rules that the race is the race, and you must not think or change anything in order of the championship. That is part of the rules. So we will have to see what happens. So we wait for the the 2 horses. Bowers is in the pits, so this is gonna, the safety car's gonna go on for a while. Yeah, I know they're not going to let them through here, but during the race in the championship rules, being in the championship rules says that you're not allowed to... Yes. Yeah, the rules state that they have to just treat this like a race, like any normal race. They are not allowed to do something to change the outcome of the championship. If it was teammates, then I feel like that would be different, because I've had that discussion with Kia. Like, because I said to him last race, if I was like, if I was leading and he was second, but he needed the win to keep his championship fight going, would I let him through? And I was like, yes, I would. So I would change the outcome of the championship personally for myself, but screenshot it in for evidence. Yeah, we can. I'll keep my eye on these top 2, and we'll have a look, and we'll see what happened there between these guys. As we're still waiting on the Haas. He's coming out the pit lane again. Again is Bowers and or Pro, and Bowers is further back. It's like the real championship and the F1 championship. The Haas's are at the back. That's pretty much how it seems to go. So yeah, we've got to wait for Bowers to catch up. Sometimes the game will get bored and just be like, okay, we're going now because you're clearly too slow. Be happy if snow helped you. Yeah, snow ain't here, unfortunately. So, yeah, we will Now we just have to wait for this Haas to catch up. Pro is going to catch the back of them very, very shortly. He's the only one on the medium tyre. Everyone else has gone to the hard, so Pro will have to stop again. And we have to see if Bowers can catch up in time. He's still about a quarter of a lap behind. No, Bowers ain't catching up. That was a good shot, wasn't it? So, safety car in this lap. There goes Felix, not Felix Baumgartner. He's the one who jumped from space. Bert Mylander. Bert Mylander. There he goes in the Mercedes. And we will we'll ride on board with Zondi to see where he goes. And when he goes now. He leaves Brad in the dust. He's definitely not helping. We'll fall back to Brad to see what's happening here. He's coming up, and Peter tries a desperate move down the inside of Susie there. Trying to get up into a podium place. Don't you dare, Peter. I need that 10th place. So Zondi already a second and a half down the roads, and Brad just looking all in his mirrors, looking for that AlphaTauri that is behind him. Susie having a little look down the inside of the hairpin. Zondi has checked out at the front, 1.5 seconds. Brad is very much on the defensive here. Oh, we have a yellow flag. It is Pro Mayhem has hit the wall like his teammate. So we come back to the action and see what's happening with the rest of the group. Brad desperate to try and pull away from the AlphaTauri, but the slipstream is just really, really tough around here. I mean, he has gains on Zondi through that final sector. The Williams clearly faster in a straight line. He's brought that down by about half a second just in that last sector. So don't forget, no DRS for 2 laps as we come on to lap 11 of 25 here in Saudi Arabia. There is a fight going on back here as Boywem gets past Tim as well, fighting for the lower positions of 6th and 7th. Back to the front now, where the championship is still to be decided. Currently, as it stands, Brad will win the championship. There is a yellow flag somewhere, and it is Tim having a nasty moment. We'll see if he's got damage when the camera flips around. Can't see from this angle. Yep, he has no front wing. So Tim once again having a bad moment. Pro on softs. That's a bizarre choice, but at the front, Brad has brought that gap down to 3/4 of a second. Now, it was a second and a half. He's brought it down a lot. He's taken a lot of curb there. Cost him a bit of time. Cost him about a quarter of a second coming out of that sort of like third to last corner. So we come around, he's out of the DRS zone now. Still no DRS. DRS will be available next lap. As we start lap 12, 2 laps after the safety car. And DRS will be available this lap. DRS isn't, of course, until much later on. So, see how they manage to move along. We also have normal lead commentator chasing down the league admin as Tim is out. Tim has a retirement in the pits, so we are down to just 7 drivers now. This is why I wish I was still in the bloody race, because it could have been quite a good finish. So gap is over a second, so no DRS for Brad as we come into the first DRS zone. However, Susie is 0.9 of a second behind the Williams, so Susie is going to have the DRS through here. In fact, the wing is open. Brad has used up pretty much all of his ERS trying to close that gap to zone D, and you know what? He's done it. He's with it. He's 0.8 behind the Ferrari now. The Williams is just that much faster down the straight and fast through the fast sectors of sector 2 and 3. So these guys are going to start bunching back up again and fighting for the top step. Remember, Brad doesn't need to do anything stupid. He is fine where he is. If it finishes as it is, Brad will be the F2 champion. But being in first place, he has the glory of the win, and also he can make sure that he's got that buffer of second place behind him. That was quite a big cut from Brad there as well. Of course, you need to make sure that you don't get any penalties as well, because a 3-second penalty will really, really hurt Brad. Again, that Ferrari just pulling that 1 second gap away in the first sector. .2 seconds to the Ferrari. The Ferrari's managed to pull away in the tight, twisty Sector 1. Ferrari clearly having more downforce than the Williams. This is where the Williams comes back at it, though, with its better top-line speed. In fact, I'll even try and prove that the Ferraris are faster as well, but Brad hasn't been able to bring the gap down during that second sector. He's 1.5 seconds now behind the Ferrari, a long way back, meaning he's going to have to look in his mirrors now, coming down the pit straight. I'm just going to have an eye on the top speed of both of these cars. The Ferrari doing 195, the Williams also doing 195, so okay, so same top speed of these two cars. As, yeah, the gap is 1.5 seconds to the Ferrari, but only half a second back to the AlphaTauri of Susie, desperately chasing Brad down. This is the closest battle on track as well. Susie has a 3-second penalty. This has not helped Finbob in the championship. Susie, even if he gets past, will have to bring out the 3-second gap. So that has really not helped. Not helped him there. Peter also has a 3-second penalty. So does Boywam. In fact, I'm going to check the penalties there as well. Yeah, they all have 3-second penalties. I'll keep it on the penalties as well because everyone is on the hard tyre currently. So it is all down to setup and driver skill. Everyone on the same strategy. So this hasn't helped. This has helped Brad with the championship with the 3-second penalty from Susie. I'm very thankful that Peter has a 3-second penalty. That means he's not going to take 10th place from me, because he'll take 10th place from me in the Drivers' Championship if Peter is on the podium. He needs 15 points to surpass me. So here we go down the straight. 1.7 seconds now to the Ferrari. The Ferrari's just pulling away a little bit. It is a big gap, but it's not quite over yet. There's still 10 laps after this, and Brad could have might have a penalty. In fact, let's have a look at the race director and see if incidences. Let's see if Lloyd Ripley 1 for track limits. And track limits. Brad is currently sat on 2 warnings for track limits. So this is definitely not over. He has 2 warnings for track limits. If Brad goes off track just once, he will be given a 3-second penalty, and the race is on for Susie in the AlphaTauri. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Ben's podium incoming. Absolutely. I would love to see Ben on the podium. This race definitely is not over. Brad has got to defend for his life, for the championship. It's 2 seconds now to the Ferrari. He is so far back from that Ferrari. Zoned pulling out everything. Of course, it could still change. Zoned is not one of the top ones, but we're talking about a podium potentially for Ben. He does a Verstappen as he did in qualifying. He puts it in the wall at the last corner. He's coming in for a pit stop. So sad to see that happen to the organiser of CSGB. Back to the front now, half a second between the AlphaTauri and the Williams. This is the closest battle we have on track as well. And of course, Brad gets one tyre wrong. So easy to make a mistake around here as well. Track limits are really, really horrible. And there is Zoned facing the wrong way. Zoned is facing the wrong way. Brad is now in the lead of the race. This is changing constantly. It's like the Formula 1 race. So Brad now in the lead of the F2 race, giving himself even more of a buffer. This is bad for me, as well as Peter is now in P3 and can take 10th place from me. But also Brad in the lead, being able to take the championship away from Finbob. And currently sat there with no penalty either. If he manages to just keep it clean. We have the championship leader so frustrated he's just punched something. Here we go. This is getting very, very juicy. Of course, Brad can still make a mistake. He can still make a mistake and something can still go wrong. He's had 2 warnings as well, so he could have a penalty. Heard no on Wormstream, couldn't tell if it was Brad's voice. I should be listening to that because I know what they both sound like. I could probably identify them both. So, but it probably would have been quite a scare for Brad, as he would have come around the corner blind and then seen the Ferrari. Brad almost out of ERS as well. Zondy with 70% ERS. Brad with only 13%. Yeah, hopefully there would have been time for Brad to react there as well, with Zondy spinning. Ooh, the gap between here and between the 2 recent spinners, Pro, currently sat and probably retiring in the pit lane as well. This is the closest it's been. The AlphaTauri has DRS. He can also have ERS. He's quite a long way back. That looks a lot further back than 0.3. Excuse me with the coughing, but I'm going to come back here to these guys. This is it was very, very close between these 2, and suddenly dropped to second. Ben clearly having dropped it somewhere. The 2 of them were side by side, pretty much. We come back to the front. Yes, and Zondy spun on his own, as per the course with Zondy. It's cost him 32 seconds, unfortunately. So, Ben sets the fastest lap. Ben. I'll keep an eye on that one, and we'll keep an eye on this as well. Zondy now trying to defend from Ben. I want to see how that one comes out as well, along with this one. Brad just needs one little mistake and he will have one little mistake and Brad will have a 3-second penalty. He's already had 2 warnings. Oh no! This is definitely going to help the Williams. He has got the Haas of Pro Mayhem right in front of him. So Brad is probably going to get the DRS. He does indeed. So no chance for for Susie this time. Pro gets out the way of Brad. Does Susie manage to get past the Huss before the end? He does, and Peter does as well. They all three clear the Huss, so no change in the top order there, as the Huss gave Brad some DRS. Ben sadly dropping further and further back from Zondy. Zondy doing his thing of pulling away before he crashes, and seeing how these guys are doing. I'll give a little look to Boyworm. Why not? My co-commentator for the Formula 1 race. Currently set there by himself. He's 9 seconds behind the top 3 fights, and he is 30 seconds ahead of the Ferrari. So this is quite a small battle for him. Suddenly thought someone was getting past the the Red Bull. No, that is Pro looking to try and unlap himself from Peter. Interesting. So this is the sad thing for me. It's looking like as well that Peter is going to take 3rd place and take the thing from me, which is take 10th place from me, which is very sad. So lots of changes happening here in the championship. I'm actually going to get the championship thingy up as well to see where Susie is standing. Susie is currently sat in P4, 60 points behind Kia, and is but is only 1 point ahead of Boyworm. So Susie's race at the moment here is for 4th in the championship is with Boyworm. They are 1 point in it between those two. That Haas wanting to unlap himself very clearly, but this is where the fight is happening. There are huge gaps everywhere else. 10 seconds, 26 seconds, 4 seconds, and an entire lap. But the Haas is there, tagging along behind Peter. So we'll have to see as we come on. Start winding our way up towards the last 5 laps of CSGB. Susie very, very close behind Brad. One of the closest he's been. He's got the DRS as well, and he has more ERS too. This could be Susie's moment. He's right up behind the Williams. Oh, Brad getting a better run out of that corner. But this looks like this is going to be a charge for the lead of the race. Brad goes defensive to the inside. Susie goes to the outside. Can they hold it? Susie tucks down in front of the Williams and takes the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with 5 laps to go. However, there is still that 3-second penalty. If Brad makes one mistake, then Brad will get the 3-second penalty, and it will all be to play for between the top 3 as well. But of course, we need Peter to pass the Williams as well. And it looks like that might not even happen, because Pro has gotten past Peter. Peter started dropping back, and Pro is ahead of the Red Bull and wanting to unlap himself. We'll ride on board now with Brad. We'll keep an eye on those wheels as well. See how close he's getting to those curbs. Oh, so close. Looks like Susie hit the wall a little bit there, maybe. Yellow flags in sector 2. That is Pro facing the wrong way. So, need to hope Boyworm sees him. He does indeed. So, we'll keep an eye on the front 2 now. It's now dropped down 3 seconds from Peter. Peter's really dropped back here. Don't know if he's got any damage either, but Peter seems to be going quite slowly around the track. Doesn't seem to be going full amount. So 3 laps to go and 4 laps to go, and Brad is currently where he needs to be to take to take the thing. Susie crashes. Big crash for Susie. Big crash for Susie there. Virtual safety car deployed. Big crash for Susie. Puts it in the wall. So virtual safety car. Everyone slows down. It doesn't bunch the field up, unfortunately, because it is only 3 laps to the end. Peter goes into P2 and Boyworm comes up to P3. This, as it looks like, will very much go Williams' way. Boyworm touching the wall there for a little bit. So this is the poor thing for the championship. It is a virtual safety car because there is only 3 laps to go. The game cannot deploy the full safety car with this this little time till the end of the race. Ben moves up into 4th place. And there is a 2.5 second gap back to Brad. Even if he gets the 3-second penalty, he'd need a 6-second penalty for Peter to even have a hope. And that's just for him to fall to 2nd. It is very much looking like that the championship will go to Brad Lloyd. Still wait for the VSC to clear, and it clears right there as he crosses the line. DRS is open as well. We'll keep on board with currently what will be the championship leader and the champion of CSGB. The only way this can go is if Brad makes one horrible mistake and completely crashes out. Zondy takes a 3-second penalty there as well. That's the first one for Zondy. The only drivers remaining not to take a penalty are Ben and Brad. Everyone is very spread out now in amongst everyone. It was a shame that it wasn't a full safety car, because that would have made it a very spicy end. Now we wait just to make sure that Brad can finish the final 2 laps. There was a yellow flag in sector 1. It is Ben! It is Ben having a nasty moment. Ooh, and comes right alongside the Ferrari. Almost coming back onto the track rather aggressively. Lets the place go. But normally it's clips you normally submit the clips to Ben, let alone him being involved with an unsafe rejoin. Very uncharacteristic from it. Well, I don't know if it's characteristic from him. He's not gonna be that. Ooh, I would have said that was a corner cut, but the game disagreed. It also disagreed with the fact that I was just turning my car around, let alone I wasn't driving down the wrong fucking way. Because I was down a bloody escape road. So, we come on now to the, well, halfway through the second to last lap. Huge gaps everywhere. This is looking like this will be the closing stages. Although Zondy with the 3-second penalty, if Ben even can get his foot down, no, he's not going to. I was going to say if Ben could get his foot down and get within and find a second, he could have. He could have potentially passed the Zondy with Zondy's penalty, but Ben has decided to go into the pits. So, the last time Brad crosses the line to start the final lap of CSGB. It is indeed the last ever lap of CSGB. Ben very sadly retires there and almost took Brad out. He crashed right there on the apex of the second corner. That's very dramatic for Ben. No idea what happened. He'd lost his wheel. That was very dramatic. Almost took the championship leader out of contention. That would have been incredibly dramatic if that would have been a hell of an end to a season if the season organizer had taken out the potential championship. As Boywan picks up another 3-second penalty. That is fine. He is 45 seconds ahead of Zondi. So the only thing that can prevent Brad from taking the Formula 2 championship is if he bottles it in the final 2 sectors. It's been an incredibly close season. Finbob leading most of the season. And look, if you just managed to stay in the race, you could have potentially had a top 3 finish. That's how close this race was and how few people were there. Brad comes round to the second corner. He was my teammate before CSGB. It's been a valiant effort. It was a close title fight. Coming down, it would have been Finbob's race. But Finbob with the disqualification, Brad takes the win and takes the CSGB Formula 2 Championship. Peter comes home to take 2nd place and 10th place away from me. Up yours. My co-commentator, Boyworm, crosses the line to come 3rd. Spins across the line as well, trying to give us some donuts. So to quote what he said in commentary, it wasn't quite a donut, it was a dough and then there was a nut in it. That's genuinely what he said in commentary yesterday. It is a Williams 1-2 as well. They also take the Constructors' Championship away from Alfa Romeo. There is a little battle here going on. This is not 4th position, even though this is 4th and 5th. This Pro is a lap down. So these two will come along and cross the line side by side as well to finish off CSGB, the Ferrari and the Ferrari-powered Haas of Zoned and Pro. Zoned was leading the race the entire way through, but had a spin, dropped it on his own. The two of them pull up to do some burnouts and potentially donuts for us here as well as we come up to the line. It has been a really, really close championship. The two of them giving us donuts, taking off their front wings, seeing off the season, seeing off the CSGB Championship and the CSGB League. Two of them clattering. It doesn't matter about position. They are 4th and 5th. Zondy going back, Pro going backwards in the thing. Doesn't matter them about being 4th and 5th. Pro was a lap down from Zondy. Zondy will come home 4th with 13 seconds. Brad will lap them on his in-lap. And Zondy crosses the line for a P4. It is a championship domination from Brad and the Williams team, taking it away from Finbob and Alfa Romeo. Boyworm takes driver of the day. What a close championship. The F1 and F2 race for the first time in CSGB history was settled on the same race weekend. Here is your F2 champion. It is not Finbob. He was given a race ban for the final race. Incredibly dramatic. It is a Williams double podium as well to make sure that they secure that Constructors' Championship. And Peter there making sure he takes P10 away from MC Palms in the championship. So there you go. That has been our Season 8 of CSGB, the longest CSGB season, having 15 races. And it is the last CSGB season, as it currently stands. There are your full results. The champion of CSGB F2 is Ben. I know I keep mentioning it. I'm sorry, I'm in full commentator mode. Second place going to Peter, and third place going to Boyworm. Zones and Pro in the Ferrari and the Ferrari powered Haas you saw doing donuts at the end. Ben did make it to the 90%, so he is classified as P6 in the F2 Championship. The DNFs were Susie, Tim, Bowers, Eat My Dust and McGamer, and MC Pums being fucking disqualified on the first lap because he tried to turn himself around in a runoff area. But that is your CSGB league. That's it. That's the end of CSGB. Ben says he's got ideas potentially for the future. We don't know what that is. We don't know what's happening. Most I've seen is a suggestion that potentially invitational events. Yeah, the most I've seen is potentially invitational events in the future. There's no more, you know, they won't be broadcast, there won't be stewarding, there won't be a championship. Would be interesting to see if someone does take up the reins. There is a possibility if anybody out there is looking to take over a league and wanting to run the league. You've got CSGB, you've got, well, now about 20 drivers, but you know, it was big enough to fill up 3 whole leagues last season. I think last season, maybe the season before, it filled up 3 tiers, and it's been a wonderful league, and met so many good people through it. We all have a good laugh. It's been a wonderful championship, meeting so many people, having so many good races, so many close battles. This end of this stream I am putting at the end of a video. I'm going to make a compilation highlights of my time and career in CSGB. So hopefully this is also going to be at the end of the video now as well, for the end of the final race. So to end that video off, if you're watching the video, thank you so much for watching the video. If you've watched throughout CSGB as well, I'm watched throughout the few seasons. I've been doing it for 5 seasons now. Season 4 is when I started, and this is the end of season 8. So to end the video off, not the live stream, I'll keep the live stream going for a little bit, but to end the video off, thank you for watching. Give it a like, show your appreciation to CSGB, and just want to say a massive thank you particularly to Ben. He's been running it since I've been part of it, and it's been a wonderful league, met wonderful people, done a lot of the racing, done the commentary as well over on the CSGB Twitch channel, and it's been an absolute pleasure and an absolute honour. So, the end of the video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cut. I'm not gonna end. We can have a chat now. I was just literally doing that for a video. I'm gonna do a highlights video. Yeah, I mean I've done that normally. Normally if I've DNF'd or whatever on a race, I normally stay in and watch along. Normally when I'm with Keir, I become his race engineer. I remember doing that one year at Monaco, becoming a race engineer for him. I think he clinched second there at Monaco, really close behind Brad. Yeah, it's been wonderful, hasn't it? It's been a great league, and yeah, it's been good. Got to meet all you guys, Finn and Ruff and Andy and McGamer and loads of others. It's yeah, it's been absolutely wonderful. But I think as well, I probably am now gonna call it a night, and thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for racing. Thank you everyone for organising. Yeah, thanks for everyone in chat. Ruff, Finn, Andy, McGamer, Ben. Big thanks to gotta go through my history. Big thanks to yeah, previous teammates of Keir, who sadly couldn't be here, so thanks so much, Keir. Keir was the one who introduced me to CSGB, and Yeah, James was there in my first race as well. Thank you, everyone in the world. Yeah, thanks to Keir. McGamer was a teammate as well. I mostly tried to be with Keir because I know him actually IRL. Went to uni with him, sort of. Thanks to Liam for allowing me in the commentary box. First time, a few seasons ago. I commentated on, I think F1, maybe F2 when I was in F3. Can't remember what league I commentated on, what division. But Liam was the commentator. He did disappear. He disappeared in the F1 championship. He was AWOL for the last like 6-7 races. But yeah, Liam was my first co-commentator. Got on really well with him immediately, and our commentary was great. And then I carried it on, doing it with Boyworm and Keir. Great doing it with Worm. Great commentator. For those of you who never saw behind the scenes with my F1 commentary, this was genuinely how I commentated. I have a microphone. This is a SingStar PlayStation microphone. USB. I had a genuine microphone. This is genuinely how I commentated all of my CSGB commentary. It genuinely was. This is how I commentated every race. I had a physical microphone. It's not plugged in now, but I had a physical microphone commentating for CSGB. Just made it feel better having a physical microphone. Yeah, and I just want to say as well, yeah, as I said before, massive thank you to Ben for all the organisation, always being on it, being very professional with it as well, and yeah, being good, and obviously being a great sport as well, jumping in there on the final race for all of us to be there as well. I don't know too much about future leagues. You can put it down now. Yeah, I'm in the mood. This is how I commentate. I can put it down. But that's genuinely how I commentated. Future leagues, I can't do FHK because it's on a Saturday, and that's when I'm busiest with work. I was approached to be both a driver and a commentator for FHK, but I couldn't do it, unfortunately. I was approached by another league a while ago. I turned them down because I didn't know, because I worked those days that they raced. But I might go back and have a look at them and see what league that is. I'm going to keep that quiet though in case I do decide to go to them. I think they just started up another season actually, like last week I think. They just started it up again. So just bought the rest of your rig, nowhere to race. Yeah, there's FHK on Wednesdays, and well, okay, the league that I came across, they messaged me on Twitter, and it was Rising Phoenix, I think was the Rising Phoenix Racing League. Were the I don't know anything about them. I need to sort of watch a little bit and see what their times are, see where I'd come. But they messaged me a while ago, asking if I was interested in joining. So that might be where I go if I do more league racing. It's. I was surprised though. I'm not saying that. I'm the last one. I'm not saying that CSGB wasn't that international, but Rising Phoenix is much more international as well. Like they've got, all I saw was I was like, I mentioned it to Kieran. I was like, they have an actual Italian at Ferrari, but yeah, CSGB may restart. The only plan I've seen potentially was the potential idea of an invitational event now and again. Yeah, it's been a wonderful league. It's been a wonderful time. I thoroughly enjoyed being part of CSGB and being part of the CSGB family. Yeah, and Ben's been running it since I joined in season 4, and that's why it's ending, because he started being towards the back, and he enjoyed being sort of behind the scenes, and then he's come forward, and it's too taxing on him. The thing about potential invitational was, I've let that slip slightly. It was in the admin chat, which I'm part of because I'm part of the comms team. Ben announced to us quite a while ago that CSGB was ending. People like myself and Kier and Boyworm, and Peter and some others in the admin team have had to keep quiet about CSGB ending for a while now. We've known for about 6 weeks, I think, maybe a month. We've known for a while, but Ben was just thinking out loud, I think, at that point as well, with potential things. But that's like all I know. Again, he might change his mind and such. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to end it here, and yeah, seemingly in CSGB here. This is sad to end it, but it's been wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, and I think we all know secretly it was going to end. Potentially, yeah, as everyone's going back to normal lives and not locked indoors doing racing. But thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Does a world of good. Subscription numbers are going up, and it's great. I can do community posts now. That's wonderful to know. And I'll keep definitely the VR stuff coming. Yeah, but thanks for watching, guys, and see you all next time. Bye bye.